Hey Queens, it's your girl Casey Marie, and if this is our first time meeting, welcome to my channel. Did you know the first step to healthy, strong hair is a healthy scalp? Some hair enthusiasts may be quick to show you the next miracle growth product or method, but before some of us can even get that far, we have to start with the basics, a healthy scalp. In today's two-part tutorial, I'm going to be sharing with you the 13 active ingredients that are in Family Hair. So I'm not only going to show you how to use Family Hair as a hair growth serum and scalp protectant, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of those 13 ingredients in this tutorial today. So stay tuned for part 2 because I'll definitely be sharing with you the remaining ingredients that I learned about. So let's jump right into the tutorial. Hey y'all, it's me again, Casey Marie. So today I'm just going to show you how to use Family Hair as a growth serum. Actually, I talked to Emery the first time just like a couple weeks ago, not even a couple weeks ago, like a week ago, and you know, he had told me like, sis, like you ain't even using the product to its fullest ability. So I was like, okay, well, you know, go ahead and show me, and he did. So what I found is it actually works really well as a growth serum, but it also works, and I'm gonna put this comb down, it also works as a better moisturizer to me. What he showed me was how to use the product to get the moisture content out of Family Hair, and then just apply it straight as a serum or just a moisturizer to your hair. And so that's exactly what I'm going to show you. So again, I'm just starting out with freshly washed hair. I have not yet picked it out or anything. Just for the, you know, the sectioning and stuff, I'm pretty much just gonna stick with these two. I think I got the gang here just in case. I am gonna eventually do my hair, so I'm gonna, you know, need these when I'm going through and actually doing the curls again. So yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. I really wanted to, as I was, you know, learning about this, and when Emery was telling me about the product, you know, I just decided, hey, I'm gonna go look at the ingredients in Family Hair, because to me, you know, so many people will say, oh, this product does this and it helps this and it helps that, but you know, never think to go look at the actual list of ingredients to see, you know, why they are making those claims. So I'm not even gonna lie, I got my notes here. I mean, I learned so much, y'all. I mean, just a lot. I mean, that's not even the first page. I got some other notes on my first page, but I learned a lot about the products that are in Family Hair, because knowledge is power. And the more I can know something or educate myself about something, the better I'm able to make a decision. I make better decisions when I have more knowledge. And I just feel like we say that it, you know, this product is amazing, but let's explain why. Let's show you the science behind it. Let's actually look into it, because it's important. You know, we can't just go off of what people say. And even with what I'm about to teach you and show you, you know, I went to school and everything, and when we have research papers, we always had to like put a little references at the bottom, let them know MLA format. Somebody knows APA, MLA. Somebody, something like that. I just, you know, we had to use our references. So I have all the references that I've used to find out this information in the description box. So it's in the description box. And I just heavily advise that, you know, if you really are interested in this product, go read for yourself. I've got it labeled so that you know each ingredient. The research that I found, I've got the article linked. Some of the articles come from like medical sources, and we'll talk about that later because it's a thing. And then, you know, some of them just come from natural hair blogs. Some of them came from, you know, people that either like, you know, these natural ingredients, and they, you know, I think it's Ayurvedic practices. They believe in a holistic medicine, and so they use lots of oils and, you know, just natural occurring substances for medicine and healing. So you'll see a bunch of different types of articles, and I was just trying to make sure that I wasn't just going to the same source and just getting, you know, just different kind of information. And I ain't no expert. That's why I got my my notes here, and we're gonna learn together, because that's what we're gonna do. Like, we smart, all of us. And one more thing I do want to say, even before I get into the hair products, I'm going to show you, because I just hope I didn't pick it out. Now I'm going to try to show you an example. You know, if you guys look at Emery's hair, you know, he's the creator, the founder, the CEO, the king, the emperor, all that. And if you see his hair, his hair is, it's not only just thick and long and just, you know, very moisturized and looks, you know, amazing. You know, he got hair I wish I had. He couldn't tell me nothing if I had his hair, okay? But that ain't what it is. So if you look at his hair, it's not only beautiful and just everything is, you know, looks healthy and moisturized. He doesn't have gray hair. He doesn't have gray hair. And I know I'm 36. I have a few. And what I'm going to show you is that as I was doing, you know, all my research, the ingredients, a lot of them showed that they naturally prevent gray hair. So if you are like my age and, you know, you have some gray hairs, you're seeing them come in. The ingredients, Lord have mercy, have somebody tell me what I'm trying to say. They put nutrients in your hair follicles, and so feeding those hair follicles with all of those nutrients is what's, you know, giving that hair follicle strength. And so it's some of these ingredients, you know, help with melanin and pigmentation. So if your hair is already gray, you know, they say that, you know, your hair follicle has already turned gray, so it can't be prevented. But I'm gonna show you, I picked out some gray hairs yesterday because I saw how many I had. My first, I was like, oh, no. But this right here, I picked out a couple gray hairs. And I know it's hard to see, and I'm probably not anywhere where I need to be. But this hair right here, my hand is all the way down. Obviously it's been gray, but it's turning back brown. So obviously it's been growing out as gray, but apparently with me, you know, putting family hair on my hair, it's, you know, getting the nutrients that it needs. There are 13 active hair nourishing ingredients in family hair. And all 13 of those ingredients provide some type of benefit to your hair follicle. And I'm so glad that I researched it, because I actually learned so much in the process, and actually really showed me that, you know, Emery really did, you know, do the necessary research to not only bring a product that, you know, gives the look. We're all about looks, y'all. We are always all about looks, but really what's behind the look is what is going in our hair, what is going on our scalp. What are we putting on it? Look at your ingredients, you know, and the products that you use. Look at them, you know? So I'm happy to see that, you know, and to learn that, yes, there are ingredients in family hair that, you know, are slipping agents and, you know, preservation agents. But what's really in it is the fact that it nourishes our hair. Wow, we killing it. Wow, we killing the game. Wow, we looking good, getting all them in, all that. It is nourishing, and it is helping to make that hair keep growing and to keep growing strong. So we're gonna get into it real quick. Now this is my jar of family hair, and by the way, I'm not always gonna show you a full jar, because y'all, I use my stuff. Like, anyway, so see how it's brown like this? Okay, if you rub it for 15 to 20 seconds, 10, 20 seconds, it turns a lighter color. It's actually not quite white, but it's obviously much lighter color. And then that's when we apply it to our hair like this. And honestly, this feels like a Luster's pink lotion. For those of y'all who are like my age, Moisture Max. Y'all remember Moisture Max? Yeah, totally like just like Moisture Max. That's how it feels in my hair. And actually, I learned that when I was doing my tutorial the first time, had I just did this, I wouldn't have had to like rub and rub and rub and rub and rub. So this is really the proper way to use this product. So again, just putting it in my hair, I'm just rubbing it in first, because I gotta get it to detangle. Now what I did was I made my own, like, what did I do? Oh, I put it in, I used the mixer, the blender, and not a blender, but like a little hand mixer, you know, like when you're doing like banana pudding. So that's what I did with this, and it kind of like made it into like a whipped consistency. And compared to, you know, ooh, that didn't look good. Looked like a whole organ fell out or something. It's lighter, you can see. I'm trying to look in the mirror, and I'm really just supposed to be showing the camera, but it's lighter. So by getting that moisture out, it actually does change the color. So I'm actually gonna use what I made. Oh, and by the way, I did get this little container. I got this little container from the Dollar Tree, because I'm not spending more than $1 to put some of this on. Because you know, you can buy the little containers, and they cost more than $1. So I'm gonna just go to the Dollar Tree. Shoot, and just dump it out. It's garbage anyway. Okay, so I'm just gonna rub this in my hair. And I'm just gonna, you know, rub it together a little bit, why not? Anything that's worth having in life requires work. So I'm realizing, like, if I want healthy hair, I really need to establish a routine, because ain't nothing gonna come to me. I ain't just gonna have pretty hair. Like, all this time I thought I could wear a wig for like 20 years and that my hair would just somehow magically grow down past my behind, and it did not. So yeah, I'm just realizing it takes a routine. So if you're gonna wash your hair, why not just go ahead and massage and oil your scalp? I'm gonna come back with my hair. Look at that, just detangles like nothing. I'm gonna come back with my hair kind of sectioned off, and then we're gonna talk about these ingredients. Okay, so I'm back. I look like one of those little like goats or them little cow thingies with the little horns. But anyway, so now I'm actually gonna show you how to rub this into your scalp. And basically, a healthy scalp is really important, because you can't, you know, grow healthy hair if your scalp isn't healthy. I mean, if the root cause is not healthy, then, you know, it doesn't matter if a product can do X, Y, Z. If your scalp is damaged, if it's unhealthy, got a lot of irritation to it, it's definitely not the best place to start thinking about hair growth before scalp health, because, you know, you can't have one without the other. So I'm gonna use this version of PHC. But basically, I know that I have androgenic alopecia here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna still rub it, because this is still a great method. I think, you know, using it like this is another method for, you know, just doing my hair, but I would still advise that, you know, rub the product still when you're applying it to your scalp. And basically, because I know my hair is just thin, it looks like it's thick until, you know, it's dry, or, you know, you see that it's curled up, but I'm just really, to me, I'm just parting my hair. So, and I'm really just doing what I can to get into the scalp area. And I probably, should just go ahead and really massage it more like in circular motions. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I read yesterday that when you massage the scalp in circular motions, that helps the blood flow. So another thing that helps blood flow is just exercise. Some people just have less blood flow circulating than others, just, you know, for whatever reasons. There's probably plenty of them, but, you know, that's a thing. So hey, we're gonna get this blood flowing, because if there's no blood flow to these follicles, then, you know, we're not gonna get hair stimulated. Because apparently I didn't know about this, and so I you know, now that I know, and this is my healthy hair challenge, is to grow thicker hair in this region, and you know, Emery has shared his story with us, and so we know that it has worked. Now I might have some other underlying issues that, you know, may or may not cause me to be as successful as Emery, but who knows what's gonna happen. I'm not trying to doubt anything. I'm just always keeping in mind that no matter what another person's journey is, my journey is you know, is gonna be mine. So I wanna be mindful of that as well, that I need to take other things into consideration. So again, getting it in there, and some massaging again. And I'm just really trying to get in there. And the reason why is because a lot of these ingredients, like I said before, they prevent gray hair. A lot of them help with dandruff, so they help with scalp health. They help with, you know, your hair shaft and cuticle retaining moisture. So here's my alopecia spot, and y'all gonna have to follow me as best as you can. I jump around as a person. It ain't on purpose. It's just how I am. But see, here's my traction alopecia. Now with traction alopecia, like to me that's bald. There's no hair that doesn't even look the same as this thinning part, but I'm still gonna massage it. I'm still gonna do everything that I can. You know, everything that I can to figure out what I need to do with my hair, I'm gonna do. If it does not work, I'll just, you know, keep going until I find something else that does. So getting the hairline, again, applying in circular motions, and I still have, I still have products on my hands. Do I need to put my hand behind my hand? But I'm just getting it everywhere possible. So see, I have traction alopecia still over here. Now mine isn't, you know, the worst, but it's there. You can see it's thin. All this is thin right here. So some of that is traction alopecia. I think maybe some of it might be just some of the, you know, androgenic alopecia. But yeah, I'm just trying to really get these spots like really as good as I can, because I'm gonna finally start teaching y'all about these ingredients. So the first ingredient we're gonna talk about, you know, is shea butter. It comes from the shea carite tree. It is a native tree of West Africa. Shea butter is produced from the shea nuts that come from the shea carite tree. And what I learned about shea butter is that it's, you know, used just in its own right, just as a natural protectant. You know, it protects against burns, cuts, abrasions. So it really helps kind of heal those wounds and has those like healing properties. So again, that being one of the first ingredients when you know, are trying to repair your scalp, that's exactly what you want on your scalp. You want something that's gonna, you know, heal your scalp. Shea butter is great for hair because, you know, it's anti-inflammatory properties, as well as the fatty acids. It provides the best kind of environment for scalp health and just overall scalp health. So this in turn strengthens the hair follicles. It's gonna, you know, reduce shedding because you are creating a really good environment for your scalp to thrive in. So the next ingredient is coconut oil. We all know about coconut oil. We all know it's from dried or raw coconuts. And the oil, like when it's room temp, y'all know it looks like a butter kind of. When it's heated, it liquefies. It has antifungal properties, and it's also been used to prevent dandruff. So I'm just sectioning, you know, kind of bigger sections. I just want to make sure I'm really getting my whole scalp here. So because of the high fat content in coconut oil, it's really good for scalp irritations and healing itchy scalps. So that again kind of goes hand in hand with the antifungal properties that it has, because it's getting to the root of, you know, sometimes why our scalp is shedding. You know, if you have a lot of dandruff, that might be, you know, an indication of, hey, something might not be, you know, right with my scalp. So, or an itchy scalp. I know when I first, you know, took my hair out and decided to cut my hair, I actually cut my hair off because number one, it was, you know, when I took it out of the wigs, when I, you know, took my braids down, it was not what it was the year before. Like it was not nearly as healthy. But then I was really trying to get to my scalp, because even when I had, you know, it's like, it took me a whole week to cut my hair off. Like it was just getting shorter and shorter. My poor husband was like, what am I coming home to today? But as I realized, I'm like, I can't get to my scalp because it was just burning. It was red, it was irritated. It like took about 2 weeks before I could actually, you know, really scratch it properly without it, you know, hurting, and, you know, I didn't have to be so gentle and so just tender with it because it was just hurting so bad. I did not know that Family Hair was, you know, had the, you know, the serum, and, you know, to use it as a, you know, just you know, healthy scalp. So I had used, you know, some other kind of tea tree or something, and I can just say that like after those 2 weeks, yeah, my head felt better. I mean, I didn't even know how bad my head was feeling until until I was really able to get to it. So just know, like, these treatments are really important for your scalp health because, if you think about a farmer, like, they don't just go out there and just go out here, I'm just gonna put some corn right here. This looks like a good spot. No, they clean that stuff up. They get the dead stuff out, that soil, ready to grow. And I kind of see the scalp as the same thing. Okay, so back to what I'm supposed to be doing. So back to coconut oil. Oh yeah, it's great for dry hair, so low porosity hair. Coconut oil is great for because it has, again, the mono, unsaturated, and polyunsaturated fats. A really good environment for moisture. But again, don't just take what I'm saying, because in every article, there's a downside to every ingredient, because they're always going to give you both sides. And I'm not really going to speak to everything because there's so many things to speak to, that if you want to see what else you want to learn about that particular ingredient, I don't want to say ingredient, natural substance, I don't know, make sure that you go check it out for yourself, because with everything, the more information you have, the better off you are. Real talk. So moving along, the next ingredient is soy protein and wheat protein. I'm going to talk about these two kind of together because they're kind of like the same thing. Basically, your body needs protein for your muscles and for strength and stuff. And so basically, there's soy protein and wheat protein in family hair because your hair is a part of your body, so it only makes sense that it also, requires protein. So when soy protein and wheat protein is broken down, it's like what they call it hydrolyzing the product. So hydrolyzed wheat protein, hydrolyzed soy protein, basically it's breaking those proteins down into smaller compounds so that, your hair follicle can absorb it better, because your hair follicles are much smaller than your stomach, I guess. So these contain folic acid, B vitamins, zinc, potassium, all the stuff that, you should put in your body as well, the vitamins and stuff. They both hydrate the hair and kind of make the hair glossy. The wheat protein actually is said to help thicken hair and make the hair strands not just appear thicker, so they can appear thicker, but then they do get thicker. So I think, okay, that's a great thing, because for people like myself, that's why, building and adding more product to my hair, I can definitely see that there's a difference with the fullness. So I do see that protein does really help my hair a lot in the areas where I have less coverage. So the great thing about soy protein is that it's been linked to help the androgenic alopecia. So again, the hair thinning, just the female male pattern baldness, it's been shown and linked to improve those thinning areas. And the reason why is because the body produces something known as DHT. I'm sure you guys have heard, hey, this is a DHT blocker. Well, what is DHT? DHT is dihydrotestosterone. Dihydrotestosterone is an androgen. It actually comes from testosterone. So your body takes your natural testosterone and it converts it to DHT. So that's why, like, androgenic alopecia is typically said to be kind of linked to hormonal things, because that is a hormone change interaction issue just with the testosterone turning into DHT. So without getting into a scientific explanation, when there's too much DHT in your system, it directly affects your hair follicles. So again, I must have been struggling with DHT and just didn't know it. When there is too much DHT in your hair follicles, the hair follicles cannot absorb the nutrients properly. It kind of gets in the way. And that leads to shrinkage of that hair follicle. And the more DHT is there and that hair follicle cannot absorb those nutrients, that eventually leads to, the hair thinning itself just dying. And then that eventually leads to baldness. So that's kind of what's happening there. So the best way to prevent that is to, again, we're massaging our scalp. It's not just for fun. It's to, you know, help prevent the graying. It's to help prevent, you know, balding. It's to regenerate some of those spots if, you know, you're like me and you're kind of just trying to get back to your best hair. There's actual scientific evidence that shows the benefit of massaging your scalp and getting these nutrients to your hair follicles. So that's the goal, prevention. You don't want to have to get back, you just want to prevent it. All you have to do is add something to your routine that takes you an extra 15, 20 minutes a week or two or whatever, however, you know, whatever your schedule is. I would think that that's a pretty fair trade-off, especially with my generation. We too cute to age, okay? Us Asian is like killing us, you hear me? Yep, and the other thing is they're both hair strengtheners too. So you'll hear me say that a lot, and I'm not always gonna remember what I said, but just know I said it, and I'm gonna try to remember. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. So mango seed, that's where we are next. We're gonna do the back of the head. Mango seed, I'm gonna go quicker because the back of my head is cool. Like the back of my head, they be like, yeah girl, we got you. Like strong sisters. These, bougie, can't stand them. But anyway, back to the mango seed. The mango seed in the Ayurvedic practices, I'm not gonna section all that, they don't need all that. It's called the king of fruits. So the mango seed is called the king of fruits because they use every part of it. They use the tree bark, they use the fruit itself, they use the seed, and they use something else. Oh, the flower. So yeah, so they use every part of the mango fruit for its healing properties. And again, this is Ayurvedic, whatever. I'm gonna spell it, y'all look it up. That's what they believe. And there's a lot of these oils that they say have, you know, healing benefits from that practice. I'll tell you, in my research, all of the medical things that I would look up for these oils, they would always say stuff like, let's just use mango seed claims to have benefits of da. One small research study showed with 38 volunteers showed that it was effective in, you know, rejuvenating hair loss or treating androgenic alopecia. So that's why I tried to add some of those articles, because I want y'all to think, you know, if we can, you know, digest these things, soy protein, we eat, you know, soybeans and wheat, and there's protein in it apparently, and we can eat like mangoes. If it's good for our body because it's a fruit, like it only makes sense that, you know, it would be good for our hair. They'll tell you to use minoxidil, which is Rogaine. Yeah, this seed worked well in this trial, but it wasn't as good as minoxidil. Well, minoxidil is basically Rogaine. And the first thing about minoxidil is that it goes with your hair cycle. So if you use Rogaine, your hair is gonna fall out with your hair growth cycle because it's gotta start a new cycle. And so the other thing with Rogaine is that if you look at the back of the box, it says that it was only used in the back of the head. So I don't know about y'all, but the back of my head ain't never needed no help. If you go on WebMD, which I got the link there. If you go on WebMD about minoxidil, it says it's not used to treat hairline baldness and frontal baldness. The studies say that, you know, it was successful in growing hair in the back of the head. Well, of course, hell, there's already hair there. I mean, shouldn't it be successful? Okay, so hey, I'm back. I am back. Oh, but they'll just keep saying, oh, minoxidil is this, that, the other. Oh, it wasn't as effective as minoxidil. I bet. Anyway, I'm done. Okay, but yeah, again, back to mango seed real quick. It's just good at preventing. It's the same stuff we've really heard before. It's good at preventing gray hair, dandruff. It's a good source of like essential fatty acids. So just another great, super duper great ingredient in family hair. Look. Well, I ended that kind of abruptly, but with me, I guess sometimes you just never know what you're gonna get. I just didn't want to drag the tutorial out for too long, so I did decide to split it up into 2 parts. So please join me next week, early next week, with part 2. I will be showing how I use PHamily Hair Care as a moisturizer and how I get these curls, just the one product itself. And I'll definitely be sharing with you the remaining 8 ingredients that are in Family Hair that help nourish our hair follicles and help give us a healthy scalp and healthy hair. As we continue to think about PHC's Healthy Hair Challenge, just let me know in the comments what some of your hair goals are. I know I've shared mine with, traction alopecia and with the androgenic alopecia that I have, but I would also like to know what your goals are, because, we are in this together. I know trying to restore our crowns and get back into having our best hair is a journey that we should take together, because there's more of us that need each other than we even realize. So as always, I appreciate you stopping by my channel. Please don't be a stranger. If I made you laugh or smile, please hit the like button for me. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are, on a hair journey yourself, back to restoring your crown. I would love for you to join me, and I would love to join you. Get your discount code Detangling Hair below in the description box. I have my own promo code so that you can get a percentage off of the product if you visit www.familyhair.com. Again, please follow me on Instagram for prizes, subscriber giveaways, and for additional information about what was shared in the tutorials. I have it written down on my Instagram page in case you want to take notes and just be able to retain that information for yourself a little bit better. As always, have a blessed week, and always remember, keep moving forward.